Hey guys, we're in my garage. It's been a long cold winter. The snow's just starting to melt here in Cincinnati, and I'm going to show you guys how I do my hog trough. A lot of people have different ways of doing them. Here's another way you guys can check out to do them, to mark them up for your tournaments. And we'll quickly go over it here. Basically, I got a dowel rod, just one of them, and I'm going to use that to help reinforce it, make it stronger. I got a KBF sticker to mark the back of the hog trough. I've got some marine mat that I'll put on the back of the hog trough just to give me some traction and flotation with it. And let's mark it up. And the whole purpose here for the KBF sticker and marking that line like that is to make it easier for the judges to see that your fish is touching the end of your bump board. You want to make it as easy as on the judges as possible because they're the ones judging your fish. So you want them to be able to clearly see that your fish is 20 inches and that the nose of the fish and the mouth of the fish are closed and touching the end of the bump board. And this will give them something to look against and kind of give them a plane of reference for that. Now really, this is kind of the, I don't want to say must-dos, but man, if you really want your hog trough to last longer, putting a dowel rod, a 3/8 dowel rod in these back grooves here will make a big difference. Some people put two. I think that's a little overkill. I usually just put one, and it makes my hog troughs last a really long time. So you just get yourself a 3/8, cut it to match the groove, and stick her in. And you know, I've never had one pop out really, but if you do have that problem, you can put a little bit of silicone in there when you push that in, or a little super glue or something, and then it'll be in there permanently. And then the last thing I do is I put a little bit of marine mat on the back side of it. And this does two things. This adds even more flotation than just the dowel rod does. And it also gives me a little bit of a slip resistance when I turn the bump board over when I have it laid down in my lap. A lot of times I have waders on that'll be wet, and I'll be measuring fish, and I don't want this to move at all. I want a really positive grip, and this gives a nice grippy back surface to it. And believe it or not, this also adds a lot of strength to the bump board as well. You may not believe it or find it surprising, but it really does. So between these two, I have bump boards last me a couple years. This year I'm starting off with all fresh ones though. 2 fresh ones ready to go. This stuff is super sticky. You can find it on eBay, Amazon. Just push it down real good and get her worked in. And there you go. You got a Smitty built bump board that's also a lot stronger. Nice hog trough. It's going to be a lot stronger. It's going to add some rigidity to it, some strength to it. And then the last thing I add to them is my buddy makes these really cool little things out of Kydex. I got a holder for the hog troughs on my crate, and this holds my Tourney tag down. So I just clip it on like this. And then when I get my Tourney tag, I just stuff it up underneath there, and it pinches it on real nice, and I can slide it.